Have you ever woken up feeling fine, only to suddenly feel dizzy, weak, or just not quite right? If you're over 60, I want you to know that moment isn't something to brush off. Because for many older adults, stroke doesn't come with a loud warning. It often starts quietly, with small signs that seem harmless, till one day your body won't move, your speech slurs, or your memory just slips away. Hi, I'm here not to scare you, but to gently share something that could protect your brain, your independence, and your future. You see, many strokes don't happen by chance. They build up slowly from simple morning habits we repeat every day, habits that feel normal, even healthy, but may be quietly harming your brain circulation. And here's the good news. Just a few small changes each morning can lower your risk dramatically. In today's video, we'll walk through 7 common morning mistakes that many seniors make without realizing it. More importantly, we'll talk about what to do instead to keep your brain sharp and protected. If any part of this speaks to you or reminds you of something you felt, please leave a comment below. You're not alone, and your story might help someone else too. And don't forget to subscribe to Wellness Hub Seniors. We're building a warm, supportive space where seniors like you can learn, share, and thrive together. Let's begin with the first morning habit that may be putting quiet pressure on your brain. Let me ask you something. When you wake up in the morning, do you jump right out of bed without thinking twice? If so, you're not alone. It feels natural. The sun is up, the day is starting, and you want to get moving. But here, something many seniors do and realize. Standing up too quickly, right after waking, can silently put your brain at risk. See, after a full night's sleep, your body is in a calm, low-pressure state. Blood flow slows down, especially to your brain. And when you suddenly shift from lying down to standing up, your blood pressure can drop sharply. This is called orthostatic hypotension, and it's far more common and dangerous than people think. You might feel a little lightheaded, maybe a bit unsteady. Some people even feel like they're about to faint. That brief moment may seem minor, but it means your brain isn't getting enough oxygen. And for those of us with aging blood vessels or poor circulation, that sudden shift could trigger a mini stroke or worse, a full-blown stroke. The solution? Simple, and it takes less than 2 minutes. When you first open your eyes, don't rush. Take a few slow breaths. Stretch your hands, your feet. Sit up slowly, then place your feet on the floor and pause for a moment. Let your body adjust. Let your brain catch up. If you've ever felt dizzy in the morning or your balance felt a little off, that wasn't just old age. It was your body trying to warn you. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced morning dizziness or felt faint when standing up? Share your story in the comments. Someone else may be feeling the same way and not know what it means. Taking just 1 to 2 minutes to wake up gently could protect your brain for years to come. It's not about being slow, it's about being smart. In the next part, we'll talk about one common thing most people skip in the morning, even though their brain is begging for it. Can I share a small but powerful habit that many people over 60 often forget? Even though it could protect their brain for years to come, it's this. Drink a glass of water first thing in the morning. I know it sounds simple, maybe too simple. But here's why it matters. When you sleep for 7 or 8 hours, your body loses fluids through breathing and perspiration. You're not drinking anything during that time, so by the time you wake up, you're already slightly dehydrated. And your brain, which is made up of about 75% water, feels it more than any other part of your body. Now imagine starting your day with thickened blood, lower circulation, and rising blood pressure, all before breakfast. That's exactly what happens when you skip water in the morning. And for seniors, it's even more concerning because dehydration has been linked to a higher risk of stroke, memory issues, and slower reaction times. What's more, if you on medications like diuretics, which many older adults take for blood pressure or heart issues, your body is losing even more water overnight without you noticing. That first glass of water helps thin your blood naturally, improves oxygen delivery to the brain, and gently wakes up your system. It's like opening the windows and letting fresh air in, only this time, it's happening inside your brain. So before you reach for your coffee or tea or take your morning pills, just pause and drink 1 full glass of room temperature water. It takes less than a minute, but your brain will thank you all day long. Have you already made this part of your morning routine, or is this a habit you'd like to try starting tomorrow? Let me know in the comments. Your small change could inspire someone else watching this right now. And speaking of mornings, let's talk about something many people believe is healthy, but it might be quietly hurting your brain, especially if it's on your breakfast plate. What's usually on your plate in the morning? Maybe it's a bowl of cereal, a slice of toast, or a quick scrambled egg with a bit of cheese. Sounds innocent, right? But here's the part most people miss. Many common breakfast foods are loaded with hidden salt. And that quiet habit could be putting your brain at risk. See, salt isn't just about the shaker on the table. It's hidden in processed breads, instant oatmeal packets, store-bought breakfast bars, sausages, even that healthy whole grain cereal. And when you combine a salty breakfast with the natural spike in blood pressure that happens every morning, the results can be dangerous, especially for older adults. Too much sodium stiffens your blood vessels and increases pressure on the delicate capillaries in your brain. And for those who already have some level of hypertension, this morning overload can push things over the edge, leading to stroke, memory problems, or even sudden dizziness and confusion. But here's the hopeful part. You can change this without giving up the foods you enjoy. Instead of instant oats with flavor packets, try plain oatmeal, topped with fresh berries or a few unsalted nuts. Instead of sausage or cheese-heavy eggs, go for boiled eggs with avocado or a slice of whole grain toast. Even small swaps like this can bring your sodium down by hundreds of milligrams. Experts recommend keeping your entire breakfast under 300 to 400 milligrams of sodium. But most processed foods go over that in just one serving. And the tricky part is, many of these items don't even taste very salty. So next time you're reading a label or making breakfast, take a second look, and your brain will thank you. Have you ever noticed how much salt is in your breakfast foods? Or have you made any low-sodium swaps that work for you? Share your ideas in the comments. Your tip might help someone else take a healthier step forward. Now, speaking of morning habits, there's one drink that many people rely on to wake up. But when taken the wrong way, especially on an empty stomach, it could be doing more harm than good. Be honest. Is coffee the first thing you reach for in the morning? If it is, you're definitely not alone. For many of us, that warm cup of coffee feels like the only way to truly wake up. But if you're over 60, there's something important you should know. Drinking too much coffee on an empty stomach can quietly raise your risk of stroke. Here's why. When you drink coffee first thing, especially without any food in your system, your body reacts strongly. Caffeine increases adrenaline, raises your heart rate, and causes your blood vessels to constrict. All of that means your blood pressure can spike quickly. And for seniors whose arteries may already be less flexible, that sudden spike can strain the brain's delicate blood vessels, increasing your risk for mini strokes, abnormal heart rhythms, and even memory issues over time. It doesn't mean you have to give up coffee entirely, not at all. The key is timing and balance. Try this instead. Drink a glass of water first to rehydrate, and have a light, brain-friendly breakfast. Maybe a boiled egg, some fruit, or a slice of whole grain toast. After that, enjoy your coffee. Just one moderate cup, not 3 in a row. Watch the creamers and sugars too. They can sneak in extra inflammation your body doesn't need. Coffee isn't the enemy, but for those of us over 60, we have to be smarter than our habits. What worked when we were 40 may not serve us now. And if you find yourself reaching for cup after cup to fight off fatigue, it might be a sign that something else, like poor sleep or dehydration, needs attention. What's your relationship with coffee these days? Have you found a routine that works for you without overdoing it? Share your thoughts in the comments. Someone else might be wondering the same thing. And speaking of subtle warning signs, let's talk about one morning symptom many seniors ignore, even though it could be your brain's first quiet cry for help. Have you ever woken up feeling a little off? Maybe a bit dizzy or like your balance just isn't quite there? Maybe your arm feels a little weak or your speech isn't as clear for a few minutes. It's easy to brush it off. I probably just slept wrong, or I didn't get good rest. But please, don't ignore it. Those small, quiet moments could be your brain waving a red flag. For many seniors, especially over 60, symptoms like morning dizziness, slight numbness, or a feeling of weakness can be signs of something deeper, like poor blood flow to the brain, a sudden change in blood pressure, or even a mini stroke, also known as a TIA. TIAs often last just a few minutes. They come and go quickly, but they are a serious warning. They often happen in the early morning when your body is adjusting from sleep, and they are one of the clearest signs that a major stroke could be on the horizon. If you notice these symptoms, don't wait and hope they disappear. Write them down, tell your doctor. And if you're unsure whether what you felt was serious, track it. There are simple tools and apps designed to help older adults log symptoms and spot patterns, because with stroke, every second matters. Your body is wise. When it sends you a whisper, like that moment of lightheadedness or sudden fatigue, it's trying to protect you, but only if you're listening. Have you ever had one of those mornings where something just felt off, even for a few minutes? I invite you to share your experience in the comments. It might help someone else recognize the signs and take action in time. And now let's talk about something that happens in every senior household. It often gets overlooked. How we take our morning medications, because the when and how could be just as important as the pills themselves. How confident do you feel about your morning medications? Do you take them at the same time every day with water, or do you sometimes forget, take them late, or mix up the doses? If so, you're not alone. In fact, it's one of the most common and quietest risks to brain health in older adults. You see, many seniors take medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or blood thinning. These aren't just routine pills. They're your brain's daily shield against stroke. And the way you take them, the timing, the dose, and even what you drink them with, can either protect you or put you at risk. Let's say you skip a dose. Maybe you were distracted or just didn't feel like taking it. Your blood pressure might spike without you knowing. Or let us say you accidentally take a double dose because you were unsure if you already took it. That could send your pressure dangerously low or increase the risk of bleeding. Even little habits matter. Taking pills with coffee instead of water, or swallowing them without food when required, can reduce how well your body absorbs them or lead to unexpected side effects. The good news is there are simple solutions. Use a pill organizer. Morning, noon, night. Set a reminder on your phone or smart speaker. Keep your pills near something you always do, like brushing your teeth or brewing coffee. And most importantly, never change your dose without speaking to your doctor. Even if you feel fine, these meds are doing quiet, powerful work behind the scenes. Give them the best chance to do their job. Have you found a system that helps you stay on track? Maybe a routine or memory trick that works well? Share it in the comments. Your tip might be the exact help someone else has been needing. And now let's move to one last morning habit that's often ignored. Even though your body is sending a very clear message, something we all do, or rather, delay doing. Going to the bathroom? Let's talk about that. Can I ask you something a little personal? You ever wake up and just lie there, holding it in just a little longer? Maybe you check the weather, read a few headlines, or wait until after your morning coffee. It seems harmless, right? But for those of us over 60, this small habit, holding in urine after waking, might be doing more harm than you realize. When your bladder fills up overnight and you delay going to the bathroom, your body doesn't just wait patiently. It starts to feel stressed. And when that happens, it releases cortisol and adrenaline, hormones that raise your blood pressure and tighten your blood vessels. This early morning hormone spike, paired with a full bladder, can quietly increase your stroke risk, especially if you already have high blood pressure or cardiovascular concerns. But that's not all. Holding it in also places strain on your heart. A full bladder can even trigger abnormal heart rhythms in some older adults, especially if there are underlying issues like arrhythmia or heart valve problems. That combination, raised blood pressure and irregular heartbeat, is a perfect storm that can lead to clot formation and eventually a stroke. And it's so easy to prevent. Just listen to your body. When you wake up, even if you feel a mild urge, go ahead and take care of it before checking your phone or sipping your coffee. Think of it as your first act of self-care each day. No special equipment, no complicated routines. Just a quick trip to the bathroom that could help protect your brain and heart for years to come. I'd love to hear. Have you ever made a habit of delaying your morning bathroom trip? Or did something help you realize it was better to go right away? Leave a comment below. Your story might encourage someone else watching this to change a risky habit they did and even know they had. Now that we've explored all 7 of these subtle but powerful morning habits, let's take a step back and see how they all connect, and how just a few small changes each day can help you protect your brain, your balance, and your independence for the long haul. Now you know, stroke doesn't just happen out of nowhere. It often builds up slowly through the small choices we make each morning. From skipping water, rushing out of bed, ignoring dizziness, to holding in urine, these may seem minor, but over time they quietly wear down your brain and circulation. The good news is, you don't need to overhaul your life. Just pick 1 or 2 habits to change this week. Take your time, listen to your body, and trust that small steps can protect your memory, your balance, and your independence for years to come. If this video gave you even one helpful insight, please give it a like and share it with a friend who might need it too. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear which habit surprised you most, or which one you're going to work on first. And don't forget to subscribe to Wellness Hub Seniors for more simple, honest tips to support your brain and body every single day. Your mornings matter, and so does your health.